Right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, The Most High Doesn't Sleep. The Most High doesn't sleep. Now I got inspired to do this lesson because of the elder Kazak from the Mississippi camp. And he did this video right here called, How Do We Know If We Are a part of the Elect? And this is a very edifying video, very powerful video. You know, if you haven't watched it, definitely go to his page, which is right here, GMS Page Master. You know, subscribe, you know, check out the channel. You know, he brings out videos all the time, man. And, you know, definitely one of the ones that uplifts your spirit, because he has that he has that fiery spirit, man. You know, when you listen to him, he has that spirit that catches your attention, so to speak, because he speaks very, you know, very loud and powerful, but he's very humbled and calm when he speaks, though. So, you know, definitely check out his channel and everything like that. But getting back to the point, I was looking at this video and he mentioned how the Most High doesn't sleep, and he mentioned how scary and terrible that could be, because, you know, he mentioned how we got to go to sleep. You know, he was like, the Most High doesn't rest. He was like, the Most High does not sleep. And when he said that, you know, I really just started meditating on that. I'm just like, man, you right. The Most High doesn't sleep, man. You know, after we put in our day's work, you know, we worn out and we ready to sit down, chill. And after that, you know, we pass out. But the Most High, that's a power, man. That is the power. He does not sleep. Just like they have that saying out there, and it was like around 3 a.m. That's when really a lot of wickedness goes on, because they call that the devil's hour or Satan's hour, whatever the case may be. You know, usually for the majority of the people, that's when people are asleep. But a lot of times, man, you know, that's when people do a lot of wickedness, because a lot of people like to do things in the dark where they can't be seen. But the Most High sees it all, though. All right, he sees it all. So at the end of the day, this is another reason why you should fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because he's even watching you while you sleep. He may have certain spirits or demons come upon you while you're sleeping. You may have a certain nightmare or something, and you'll wake up in cold sweats and everything like that. You know, it is what it is, man. You know, we go through these things and we experience these things, so then we can be built up in the spirit, and we can fear the Most High even more, man. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip from where I got it from. And then after that, we're going to grab a few scriptures, man. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
We got a God that don't go off. He's righteous. You know, he controls good and evil, but he's still righteous at the same time. All right. We got a God that don't sleep. You think about that, because sometimes tonight you're going to take your ass to bed, man. The Most High don't sleep, though. The spirit world does not sleep, but eventually, you know, sometime during the day, man and woman has to lay down. We got to go to bed. They don't sleep, though, you know. You know, the Most High, it's Psalm 121. He that keepeth thee shall not slumber. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. That's literal. The Most High don't sleep, you know. And that's scary too. Like, you know, we got a God that's always awoke. You know, he see everything, you know. But the point is that we don't know if we're part of the elect. But that's why in this thing we call life, in the Most High's movie, there's a thing called hope. All right.
So there it is, man. You know, you heard him say it. He was like, that's a very scary thing to really realize that we have a power out here that doesn't sleep. You know, he's in the spirit world, man. You know, he's just straight power. He's a righteous power. And there's always things going on every single second of the day. Just because we go to sleep and, you know, we don't do anything, all we doing is just laying down, that doesn't mean that wickedness isn't being committed inside of the earth, man. All right, he's watching every single spirit that he created every single day. And that's one of the reasons why he's getting ready to bring down Babylon the Great and other parts of the world. He's getting ready to bring great judgment upon the people, except for the elect. That's it. So like I said, at the end of the day, this is another reason why you should fear the Most High even more. You should fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai even more, because he's always watching you. He's always watching you, just like right now. There's angels right around us. We can't see them, but we know that they're there because we understand the scriptures, man. We know that they're there watching, and they're giving report back to the Most High on what we were doing this very day, what we were doing this very second. All right, so let's jump straight into the scriptures. Let's start off with 2 Chronicles 16:9. So this is 2 Chronicles chapter 16 verse 9, and it says, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from henceforth thou shalt have war." So the eyes of the Lord that run to and fro throughout the whole earth are the angels. All right, the angels go to and fro throughout the whole earth, and they look at what's going on. They pay attention to all activity, and then they report it back to the Most High. And one of the ways you can prove that, okay, because one of the ways that they do that is they travel within the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots. They do this, okay? They travel within the chariots, and then, like I said, they be around you personally. And you might not even, like I said, you can't see them, but they're there, man. And they're giving a report of what's going on. And the way that you can prove that this is speaking about the angels, just like you heard the brother say in the video, the Most High controls both good and evil, right? So when you go to, I believe it's Job, the 2nd chapter, and this is the Most High speaking to Satan. Satan is the head angel on the left-hand side, all right? He's the head evil angel on the left-hand side. And this is what Satan said to the Most High. We start at verse 1. This is Job chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord." These are the angels. "And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it." All right. And in verse 3 it says, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil? And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause." All right. So Satan, like I said, he's the head evil angel on the left-hand side. And he was doing what? Going to and fro, walking up and down in it, seeing what's going on. All right. And then when you read the story, Satan was like, look, if you do this to Job and do this to Job, watch, he'll turn his back on you, because the main mission for the angels that's on the left-hand side is to bring judgment, help bring judgment upon the people that's doing wickedness. So Satan like, look, man, look, I bet you if you do this, he'll do this and do that. And then the next thing you know, Satan gonna be like, well, I'm gonna wait on the Most High to give me the order to bring judgment upon Job. But Job never lost his integrity though. All right. But like I said, this is what the angels do. They go to and fro in the earth, and they look at what's going on, and then they report it back to the Most High. And you saw exactly this is what Satan did. He reported back what Job was doing. He was like, look, Job ain't doing nothing, but they had this little, you could call it like a little bet on the side. There was, the Most High was like, all right, well, look, you can do this to him, just don't take his life. All right. And Job ended up coming out on top because Job did what? He feared the Most High. All right. So the eyes of the Lord, which are the angels, they're always looking at what we're doing, man. So you always remember that. Now let's go to Psalms 121. This is what he brought out. This is what the elder brought out within the video. And we're going to read the whole chapter. It's pretty short, and, we can just breeze through it. So this is Psalms 121:1. It says, "A song of degrees. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep." He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Most High does not sleep, man. He's always paying attention to what's going on in the earth. He's paying attention to the righteous. He's paying attention to the wicked at all times. He keepeth Israel. He's definitely looking upon his people, because he's looking upon the people that's doing wickedness, and he's looking upon the ones that's actually trying to fear his name, man. All right. Verse 5, it says, the Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So once you start doing right by the Most High, once you start doing right by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he'll keep you from experiencing evil, and ultimately he'll lead you to salvation, and he'll lead you to life forevermore. You'll live forever. And that's exactly what the elect is going to do. They're going to live forever, man. Now, we understand that 2/3 of our people, they're going to come back in the kingdom, and then they're going to start to live forever. But 2/3 of our people are going to have to die on this side, though, because of the wickedness that they committed, and they never acknowledged Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right. So, like it says right here in verse 3 and 4, the Most High doesn't sleep. He makes sure that he watches what's going on in the earth, and he keeps his eye on his people, man. All right. So now let's go back to Job. Let's go to Job 34 and 18. And it says, is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked, and to princes, you are ungodly? How much less to him that accepted not the persons of princes, nor regarded the rich more than the poor? For they all are the work of his hands. In a moment shall they die, and the people shall be troubled at midnight, and pass away, and the mighty shall be taken away without hand. For his eyes are upon the ways of men, and he seeth all his goings. And what does scripture say? Man's goings are of the Lord, right? Man's goings are of the Lord. Let me see if I can get that right quick. I believe it's Proverbs, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Oh, here it is. Yep. Proverbs 20 and 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So this is one of the ways to prove that there's no such thing as free will. All right. Everything that you do, every your personality, the way you speak, the way you handle yourself, the way you think, everything that you do within a day's work or within that 24-hour period, the Most High had you do all of those things for a reason, man. All right. Because everybody has their role within this spiritual movie of that the Most High has created. All right. So everybody's playing out their role. And one of the ways you can always tell there's no free will, again, is because the elect is predestinated. And then the scriptures tell you, he knew thee before, when you were in the womb, before you came out of the womb. He ordained a lot of us to be prophets when we were in the womb. And he knew us before we were even born. And he already knew what type of person we were going to be as soon as we came back into this life that we live today. All right. So when you go back to Job 34, okay, when you go back to Job 34 and go back to verse 21, it says, for his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. So the Most High is looking at everything that we are doing, and he's looking at and paying attention to the goings that we are living out, man. All right. He's always paying attention. He's seeing how all of us are playing out our role, man. He's seeing the ones that's going out there standing tall for the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and he's seeing the ones that is going out there just living like whatever. All right. So at the end of the day, this is what he does, man. This is the Most High we talking about, man. The earth is his footstool, is his footstool. Okay. He's paying attention, man. So let's go to Amos, because it's going to say the same thing in Amos 9. In Amos 9 and 8. And it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. What's the sinful kingdom today? America, Babylon the Great. And it says, I will destroy you from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. That's right, because the elect is going to make it, and then ultimately 2/3 are going to come back through the elect. He's not going to utterly destroy Jacob. He's not going to allow Esau to exterminate us, man, because that's what Esau ultimately wants to do. He wants to get rid of all of us so he can get the birthright back. But one of the ways that the Most High protected us is because all of us don't look like so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Esau will have to do some great science work. He'll literally have to go through every single person in the earth to find out who's an Israelite and who's not, man. But he can't do that. And the Most High is going to protect his elect anyway, you know. The ones that was out there teaching and preaching, the ones that repented, and came back to the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, he's going to keep them, man. He's going to make sure that they're okay. So once again, it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. He's looking at all of the wickedness that's going on in America right now. Verse 9, it says, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All right, because he's still sifting right now. There's a lot of people that's in the truth, and they believe that they may be part of the elect. And then next thing you know, sometime in the future, a lot of them fall out. They start bugging out. You know, we definitely just had an example of a certain individual that was in the truth, I believe, for 14, 15 years. And, you know, now he's going through his battle. You know, not saying that he's not part of the elect, but, you know, certain things did happen. All right. And then other examples of brothers that came into the truth, other sisters that came into the truth, and then they just couldn't hold on, man. They couldn't hold on. The Most High is always getting rid of the ones that he knows that's not right, and he's replacing them with the ones that are. So this is, like I said, another reason to fear the Most High, so that nobody won't take your spot, man. Verse 10, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. That's right. The Most High is getting ready to show himself, man, because Jake is proud. Jake has a spirit upon him where he feels like he can get away with everything because he's living in a society where he kind of is almost. You know, Jake can go out there and do all kind of wickedness, and they live for a long ass time. You know, but the scriptures do say as well that the Most High is preserving. He's reserving a lot of you all for the ultimate judgment that you all deserve, man. He doesn't have to get rid of you immediately. He can keep you alive to the point where he like, this is the time where I want to bring judgment upon this person. You know, he can save you for the nuclear missiles, which is fucked up, which is wild as hell. The worst death ever. He can save you for that. He can save you for the concentration camps. He can save you for the Roman lions and bears and cougars and tigers that's going to be roaming the streets, man. You know, he can save you for whatever. You know, just because you're getting away with it now does not mean that the Most High is not what? That doesn't mean the Most High isn't seeing what you're doing. He's going to remember, man. Okay, he's going to remember. Verse 11, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. And this is what's getting ready to happen in the future, man. All right, right now we're spiritually building up the house of David because we're out there teaching the true words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And then ultimately, once this place go down, Yahushua is going to come back with the angels. King David is going to be risen up again. All right, he's going to be second in command. When the kingdom of heaven is established, and then it's going to be the 144,000. All right, and it's going to be as the days of old. Everything is going to be within righteousness, because when King David was in rulership, everything went according to the way that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua set it up, which is within righteousness. Everybody followed the commandments, statutes, and laws. Everything was good, man. And that's exactly what's going to happen when Yahushua returns for the second time. All right, so let's get one last scripture, then we'll close it out. We're going to get Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 1. And it says, hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock which you are hewn, and to the hole of the pit which you are digged. Look unto Abraham your father, and to Sarah that bare you. For I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. For the Lord shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. That's right. The Most High is getting ready to make the earth a great paradise again, man. We're not going to be in this dead state of mind. We're not going to live in this polluted air world, this filthy water, this GMO chemical processed food, these out of order women, these simple men, these everything, man. It's not going to be like this no more, man. We're not going to be dry bones anymore. All of the Israelites ultimately will have that the fountains of living water within them, because they're going to have the commandments, statutes, and laws written in their inward parts, man. And then everything is going to be governed correctly, man. The earth is going to be able to flourish and grow and be beautiful the way that it should be. Okay. Verse 4 says, hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation, for a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. My righteousness is near, my salvation is gone forth, and my eyes shall, and my arms, Salakia, shall judge the people, and the isles shall wait upon me, and on mine arms shall they trust. And that's right. Here's the point. This is what we need to do. Since the Most High is looking at us every single second of the day, this is what we need to do. It says, lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath. That's right. We need to be looking up. Literally, we can do it literally. When you walk outside, we always look up to so we can see if we can get a glimpse of a chariot. You know, when we look up, man, we always look at the sky as salvation now. We look at the sky for its beauty and everything like that, because now we appreciate what the Most High created. You know, we look at the sun, we look at the stars, we look at the different colors, you know, when it's getting ready to turn nighttime, and fall is always one of those seasons where you can actually appreciate the art that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has created, man, has established. You really appreciate what the Most High has done once you come into this truth, man. But ultimately, when we look in the sky, the first thing we think about is we hope we make it up there, man. We want to make it inside of the chariot, okay? So we need to lift up our eyes to the heavens, meaning we need to look forward to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We need to lean upon him at all times, fear him at all times, pray to him every single day, multiple times. Like the scriptures say, pray without ceasing, okay? Then it says, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. That's right. The Most High's righteousness will not disappear. Just because he's not showing himself right now personally within the earth does not mean that righteousness will never come back upon the earth, man. We understand that this rulership which we are living in, which is Esau's rulership, is only temporary. He's not going to let the most wicked nation rule forever, man. We understand the prophecies. Call Halayim Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua for that. Double honor to the apostles for that. You know, for putting in this work so we can understand. We understand what's going on. And now we got to the point where we do have what? Faith. Faith is within us to the point where now we can look forward to the heavens. We can look up to the heavens and we have something to grasp on. And that's hope. That's hope, man. All right. So at the end of the day, this is what we want. This is what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to righteousness. So we need to lift up our eyes to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because he's always watching us. So I hope this was edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.